Yeah, come on!
Welcome to the Come On Show with Southside Steve.
Yeah, come on, and happy Thursday. The weekend is upon us, and with the weekend coming, everybody's always like, what are we going to do? Some people know what they're going to do 3 weeks, 4 weeks in advance, like my wife.
Well, she knows what she's doing for the next weekend next year in 2027.
Yeah, the in-laws have got us pretty scheduled out. Our vacation in 9 months. I know that Wednesday we're taking pictures, so there's a lot I know there. I am a seat of the pants kind of guy, so I'm always that dude. It's like, what pops up on a Thursday or Friday? What do I hear on the radio, or what do I see in social media to give me an idea of something fun to do? I'm a little program with my kids. My Saturdays are shot because I'm in baseball, coaching 2 teams. But Friday night, and we talk about Thursday nights. That's a good night. Jeff and I got some plans at Rockin' Taco on Thursday nights, which is really a good time to bring up Rick Barrick, who's sitting right now to my left, Jeff's right, dead center, and he's pantsless. We don't know why. He did it as a radio stunt. I said, Rick's an old sales guy from radio. We're doing a stunt here. But no, Rick's a
that
great.
would be an ugly stunt.
No, it's okay, man. You just do you. Jeff would tell you it would be exciting.
It'd be exciting, what? To do Rick? You get a little
No,
dirty today.
no, I didn't say that.
What is
No.
wrong with
hell
you?
is
No,
going on
what
here?
is going on here? No, I said if you had your pants off, that you like the radio stunts.
Oh, yeah. No, I like being naked. I like to be naked. That's what you meant. Okay.
We had a midday girl do that once, and she was for real. And I walked in, and she's like, I'm like, at least you're
Was she
on
was
it.
naked on the radio?
Just topless.
Name names.
Aaron, and I don't know if Lindsay did it, but Aaron.
Oh, from Rock 100.
Rock 100.5. Yeah, Katie Colley didn't do it at 96 Rock. No, she did not. And Willard, I would have gone in there and wrapped him up and said, nobody's going to see that. No, there's for those of you that have lived in Atlanta, this is a Atlanta radio show. It is a 4-hour show done in 30 minutes live without a net, meaning we don't edit anything. So, Rick, the bottomless stuff will be in there. I apologize. It's just where my head went. But Rick Barrett is a musician, former sales guy in radio. My co-host, Jeff Cole, and it is the Yeah Come On Show. We thank you for subscribing. We ask that maybe you get 100 of your damn friends to subscribe because that helps us. We're fighting the good fight, giving you the quickest radio show, everything you want to know about the day or what's going on in the community. Today, it's more about the community. We're live in the Exit Wealth Studios. We're here in Alpharetta with studios in Buckhead, and Rick Barrett is throwing a party at Rockin' Taco.
Indeed.
And he's doing it tomorrow night.
No.
Oh,
I'm
Sunday.
kidding.
No.
I'm kidding.
Come on now.
Sorry, dude. I'm
Get your facts
an amateur, man. Tomorrow night, I am at Trilliff Live for 38 Special.
There you go.
God, I'm just going to let that
Great
sit.
band.
Great band. We all love 38 Special.
Absolutely.
I think it's got most of its original members.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know if anybody's missing. I got to go through
Is
it.
Donnie Van Zant still? I don't think so.
I saw them open for Boston about 10 years ago.
Really? Okay. And
a
that's
good
about the
show.
time we saw them at Wild Bill's. I got to intro them.
Yeah.
So wow, yeah, I don't know, but I've heard the licks. It sounds great. I mean, 38 Special definitely represents more than even a decade of music.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not that heavy, and it's not light. It's right where it needs to be. It's almost like Journey to me. It just
Yeah, with a Southern rock
a
vibe
Southern
to
rock
it.
vibe.
But accessible,
Yeah.
and, and they even got into adult contemporary at the end, right? With Second Chance.
Yeah, they had the 80s ballad.
Yeah, you got to
My
love it.
wife loves that song.
Does she?
Loves that song.
So obviously you've made love to that song. You know what, music, remember back when we had radios in our bedrooms and everything, and music was everything? Now I don't even think people think about it. I don't know.
They're TikToking and scrolling on Reels.
What is the music? We're bringing you back to music today, and we're doing that because Sunday night,
There you go.
Sunday night, 6 to 10, I will be at Rockin' Taco Sunday night, and Rockin' Taco is in Roswell. It's off Canton Street. To me, it is the bar because it hits that vibe of the old Buckhead, downtown. It hits that vibe of live entertainment, fun. The bartenders are cool. It's not stuffy. It's just that's my bar.
Yep.
And you picked a great location to do what you're doing. So Rick Barrett is going to be raising money And I can tell you what his foundation does when people get diagnosed for cancer. And this was scary. And Jeff, you weren't here when I talked with Rick and we did a show. So after this is over, if you want to go back, watch Rick Barrett. He was actually on the Yeah Come On show about 2 days ago.
Yeah. It was Tuesday's episode. It's titled Atlanta Cancer Care Foundation.
Yep.
Yeah. So the Atlanta Cancer Care Foundation is a foundation that literally helps people. Meaning, I didn't know Rick will get into statistics. It's scary how many people get diagnosed and how many people get diagnosed that are living paycheck to paycheck. And that's where these guys help out. You know, if you're having to choose, as Rick put it, between chemo and paying a house note, chemo and a car payment, chemo and an electric bill, they want to take care of that for you. And that's what we're raising money for. And we're doing something old school. It's the Battle of the Bands, and it's called The Sound of Hope. Yeah, I held this up. We've got the logo, but we're going to talk about that right now. So, Rick, you're in a band. You've been in a band for years, and you're actually one of the bands battling.
We are. So the band I'm in is Sonic Alley, a great group of musicians. Got killer vocalists that put on a great show. A lead guitarist who is just a virtuoso player. You should see the things he'll do. You will see him on Sunday. And we've really built a set list to help really highlight what he can do as a soloist. Great rhythm section. Our drummer is fantastic, Mark Weaver. Greg Bradley's a very super versatile keyboard guitar player. And then Mike and Lace, our two vocalists, they put on a great show. So you guys will just, when you see us play, especially for the first time, people super enjoyable, a lot of fun. And we're going to go at it 45 minutes. We're going to be song to song. We're working on our song segues tonight. We're going to be tight, super tight.
So not
super
a bunch
tight.
of just talking, super tight.
Yeah, we'll stick in a few words here and there.
I'm about to say, how do you not? You're running this, you're raising money.
Well, we're going to be doing a little preaching.
You got to
be
do
a little
some preaching. Matter of fact, I'll show you the preaching. Whenever you MC a gig, you get like a list, and it's like, hey, mention these sponsors, mention those sponsors. You get a run of show. Sometimes it's like bam, bam, bam. Do you see this? This is the Declaration of Independence of run of show.
Well, you know what this is? This is Rick Barrett is going to be the bass player on Sunday. He can't be the guy that's behind all this.
Yeah.
So these are your all's marching orders
I love
to
it.
make sure you're doing what you're doing so I can be doing what I'm doing.
Steve, wait. It looks like it says here, Steve gets a bathroom break at 5:15, Jeff. 5:15 bathroom
Not
break.
that detailed.
But no, it's not. But it has to be. You know what?
Yeah.
I joke about organization, but when you go by the seat of your pants, something gets missed. You're not going to miss anything. The Atlanta Cancer Care Foundation, Sound of Hope. I love the title. And there's two other bands, so there's going to be 3 bands total.
Right.
And I got to tell you, what y'all put together was excellent as far as your promo. I don't know if an agency did it, you did it, or what, but you can buy votes. Now, we know that may or may not have happened in an election here because it's currently being investigated. Jeff will cover that in Politictainment. But I will tell you, you can buy a vote this night. It's $10 a vote. Buy as many as you want. You know where your money's going. It's going to people recently diagnosed with cancer. And like you said, Rick, you've got a skew. And if Jeff wants to put that up, this is it. You'll be handed this. You take a picture, and then you just attach it to your account. Is it Venmo? Is it PayPal? However you want to pay. And you go ahead and you drop $10. Every vote is 10. We'll tally them up at the end. And you can vote. If you love, say, Rick's band, vote 10 times for him, man. Drop it $100. But then if you're like, I can't deny I didn't enjoy those other 2 bands, give them a vote too.
Absolutely.
You just don't have to give them 10.
Spread the love around. Make sure that the ratio favors Sonic Alley.
Of course.
Actually, I can't say that as an official representative of the foundation.
By the way, the lead singers of the other band tried to get on the show, and I said no.
No,
I did not say no. Rick's here because really you're running it, but it is funny you're playing in it, and you have a judge that at least if you've been in Atlanta for a minute, or you know Buckhead in the 90s and even in the early aughts, Francisco Vidal Band, and Franny's been helping you a little bit with this, and he's a judge.
He is a judge. We have 3 great judges. Really super excited about all 3 of them. So Fran,
Look at this judge's sheet.
yeah.
This is no joke, people.
Yeah, so they're going to be judging us on 4 different areas here. But Fran's going to be one of the judges. He's done over 14,000 shows since 1990. So you talk about the pro's pro. He knows how to run a show, and he knows what works for a cover band to make it in this industry in this metro area. Then we have Johnny Andrews. Johnny Andrews is an amazing songwriter, producer. He has been involved with 10 #1 radio hits.
Wow.
Which is insane. So fantastic. And then John Bodan, he is an interesting guy. We talked about him last time. He sits on the board with me for the Atlanta Cancer Care Foundation. He is a cancer survivor himself, but he's also the lead guitarist for a metal band called Halcyon Way. And these guys have toured Europe. Amazing. They've just released an album, I believe. So he's been spending a lot of time in Nashville the last 12 months.
Wow.
In the studio. So, and John,
Do you know him?
John's got a super like when they run a show and they're out in concerts. They make sure that they're not just playing well, that they're putting on a great show, which means the musicians they're present, right? They're engaged with the audience. They're not looking at their fretboards. They're not looking at notes and all that kind of stuff. I mentioned that because John's going to be sitting up there as a judge, and he's going to be looking at us going, are these guys engaged? Are they looking at their notes?
Got some showmanship.
Right.
Showmanship.
Are you just up there trying to perfect the notes, sweating the details, or are you having fun? Or are you really projecting and so forth? So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be like, it's kind of the same attraction that folks have for going to a NASCAR race. Like, oh my God, they're going so fast. Are they going to crash? Right.
Yeah.
So are these bands going to, it's going to be several hundred people. We got these 3 judges sitting on high, the rock gods, right?
Yeah, that's a rock
And they're going to be
gods.
looking at everything that we do and every note we play and anyway, and these criteria. So they're going to be looking at the band performance. Are they tight? Are they in rhythm? Do they have dynamics? Are they technically proficient? What's their tone like?
Right.
The vocalists, is their pitch right? Are they emoting well?
So this goes way beyond I liked them. I mean, way beyond.
Yeah.
We're picking it apart, and that's okay. I'll just let you know that Jeff is under the name, he goes by Frustrated Rock Stars. So that's Jeff's handle on his socials, Frustrated Rock Stars. Jeff is a musician. Some of the zingers, some of the things, like something you're about to hear, Jeff does with his electric guitar.
Nice.
All my music stuff is Jeff, so I can't get sued. But yeah, you're a musician.
Frustrated rock star. Yeah. I've got no #1 hits.
No.
No hits at all.
You haven't written really.
I've written, I've got some songs.
Nice.
Yeah, he wrote one for Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
Oh,
and
yeah.
and he wrote one.
Oh, he can't hear it.
He hired a singer. You might want to hear this.
Indulge me.
Nice. Is that you singing?
No. I wrote and produced it and recorded it, but I hired a singer and mixed
Yeah,
it.
and
Well
he's got a
done.
few of those, and he handed it to him, literally. So, you know what? You're trying, and
That's
I dig it. We're going to I'm going to keep you throughout the show.
Right on.
There's going to be time to talk about it. This one's near and dear. Matter of fact, in Steve MZ, we're going to talk about somebody that just lost their life to cancer. It's dirty. Everybody's been touched by it. Are you blown away? And you're not a doctor, but I mean, you see a need and you're helping in this organization. And who runs your organization?
So, a gentleman by the name of Bob Boyd is our executive director.
Bob Boyd. And all you guys are local. It's Georgia.
We are. Yeah, it's the metro area of
Because you handle Atlanta. You just do all the metro.
Just all the metro. So we help all the different oncology providers.
Okay.
And it's not just Atlanta Cancer Care. It's Northside. It's Emory. It's all the different organizations that have cancer patients who have recently been diagnosed and who may have been identified as somebody who's going to have some trouble dealing with paying for dealing with the payments of of their treatment, but also just everyday living expenses. We talked about this the other day, but 17,000 Atlantans in the metro area in the next 12 months are going to get a cancer diagnosis that have already experienced a paycheck to paycheck economic situation. So having that dropped on top of them means in the next 12 months we're going to have roughly 17,000 or so who could use our services. And the way we're currently funded today, we just finished our fiscal year and we helped 1,700 people last year, 1,750, something like that.
That's about 1 out of 10.
1 out of 10. So I'm saying 9 times no. And that's just, that's no good.
That stinks.
That's not acceptable. And
You're trying to go 10 for 10, which is almost an impossible, but events
it's
like
tough.
this help.
It's tough, but that's why it's so important. We're going to have a blast on Sunday,
Yeah,
and that's
man.
what I want people to focus on.
Let's be there
But,
Sunday at
man,
Rockin' Taco,
just-
6 p.m., man.
Let's go do that, but let's get those numbers a little bit more in line with what the need is, because it's not right now.
Oh, there you go. Our guest for this particular show, Rick Barrett. We're going to get into it. We'll talk more with Rick about his event and, of course, what he's doing for the community. Thank you, and thank you for being on the Yeah Come On show.
Right on. Thanks for having me.
This next segment brought to you by Exit Stage Left Advisors. Exit Stage Left, for people that have run a business 10, 20, 30 years. Maybe you're ready to sell. Maybe now's the time. Maybe you got John you want to look out at after because John can't do anything else. And you're like, if I sell this business, he stays employed for 10 more years. Those kind of deals get worked out. Trust me. And Exit Stage Left Advisors get you probably 20, 30% over asking price. And they're our sponsor for this segment. Steve MZ brings you a cancer story that I teased a second ago. I didn't see it coming. I knew he was working on a movie in 2025. He's my guy from Varsity Blues. That's where I brought him in. I didn't watch the other show because of my age and because I was on the streets.
Dawson's Creek.
I didn't
it's a
watch
little
Dawson's
It's a little
Creek.
right before. I think I watched a little bit of it when it first came out because there was such a fuss about it. But then that got him Varsity Blues.
It did, and he did a great job in Varsity Blues. And we're talking about James Vanderbeek, American actor, father to 6 kids. And they talk about the struggle. They lost a few. So, I mean, he could have had 9, but he had 6 kids, and they're young, man. There's a couple, a couple are old enough, but this is a severe blow. He gets diagnosed with cancer and fights the good fight. You see him a little thinner, but he still looks okay. He's talking okay, and he was doing a film that's going to come out. He was
Colon
filming.
cancer.
Yeah. So what now?
Colon cancer.
Colon cancer got him.
Yeah, 2
Oh
years
my
ago.
gosh, that's a brutal one. There's no doubt that one is a tough one to fight. But Jeff, you're Dawson Creek guy, I take it?
No, not really Dawson Creek, but he did a great movie called The Rules of Attraction.
Oh.
It's a little more dramatic. It's kind of a dark thriller, comedy, romance, and he's kind of a darker character. It was written by Bret Easton Ellis.
Okay.
Who wrote American Psycho and Less Than Zero, big time writer, and
I
directed,
love Less Than Zero.
and directed by Roger Avery. Does anybody remember Roger Avery?
No.
He's the guy that co-wrote Pulp Fiction. If you remember,
Really?
he's the guy that worked in the video store with Quentin Tarantino back in the '80s when they came up with these stories. That's why when you watch Pulp Fiction, it says stories by Quentin Tarantino and Roger Avery. Although Quentin Tarantino has full credit, but anyway, that's where he directed some movies too. So it's kind of a dark movie, but it's an interesting cast too. It's like an ensemble cast.
Man, I think I worked around a bunch of morons. Nobody had good ideas when I was working with him back in the day. I can tell you by looking, his lovely wife, the oldest is a daughter. Looks like he has 4 daughters, 2 boys. It's just such a shame. And lost his life to cancer. So again, another reason to come out Sunday night to Rockin' Taco and party with us off Canton Street in Roswell. We're raising money and battle the bands. And guess what? You're getting home at a decent hour. We're starting at 6. This thing ends by 9:30, 10 at the latest.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be
45-minute sets with 3 bands.
That's why we cut it to 45.
Yeah.
I mean, you intend,
That's quick, by the way.
It is. With 10 songs, you should get an idea of what a band's about, right?
I'm going to judge you harshly on the first. That's the way I roll.
Well, we're not going first. We're going second.
Dang.
We're
You're in the
going
middle.
second. We are in the middle.
You're a smart man, and it is the sound
We're
of
the
hope.
creamy filling in that Oreo cookie.
I
is what
love
we
it.
are.
I love it. But that's great. But Vanderbeek has left the building. Ron Lester left the building, and both of them were in Varsity Blues, along now with an actress that's blowing up on Landman, Allie.
Allie Larder.
Allie Larder
She is blowing
crushes. Yeah, I remember her. We all know as the whipped cream outfit. She goes, "Would you like a sundae?"
I think I only saw Varsity Blues once.
I've seen
I-
it 14 times. What?
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah,
watch
I
Varsity
didn't even
Blues. The
remember
great
Allie.
John Voight is just like the bad coach.
Yeah.
They
yeah.
end up coaching themselves in the end. and they got really good fake country accents going on.
That's one thing that gets me is that the fake accents.
It's bad.
Yeah,
it ain't gonna lie. There's some bad ones. I'm like, oh, that's horrible, man. But that is a little bit of Steve MZ. What would a day be like without Polydictainment? And that is sponsored by Small Sliders. Small Sliders coming to Georgia. It's already in Georgia. There's a location in Stockbridge, and there's about 4 or 5. But my guys are opening 26. My guys love Georgia. They're hardworking dudes, and I am glad to be their voice and their face of their business. Our first grand opening will be off Windy Hill, March 17th, give or take a day, but that's what we're shooting for, in Marietta.
Polydictainment.
So last night, the House passed the SAFE America Act. Do you know what that is?
It's so Rick is safe because he's a musician and he's a good person and nothing bad should happen. I used to be a bad guy on the radio. Now I'm okay guy. So I'm 50-50. And you're out there on the streets. You don't deserve to be safe.
I don't need to be safe.
Matter of fact,
I'm out there.
Could I talk to some people for a second?
Uh-oh.
Wives, hide your daughters and hide yourself. I'm done.
No, or the daughters should hide their wives.
Either way. No, you could fix those. No, I'm kidding. So talk to me about what...
It's the SAFE Act. It's basically where you have to have an ID to register to vote and to vote.
This is Common Sense Act.
I know. It passed narrowly last night, 218
come on.
to 213.
Is this just every state has to do this, or is this federal?
I guess it's federal because I've always had to show an ID when I voted here.
Well, yeah, right? Georgia's been like that, but so is this supposed to be like
nationwide? Yeah, so now it's
But each of the elections are supposed to have their own set of rules.
Well, I guess they're all going to have a
republic of states.
Yeah, they're all going to have to adhere to. Everyone has to show an ID, a government issued real ID.
Has it gone through the Senate yet?
No, so it's going to the Senate next. So it passed narrowly, and then it's going to go to the Senate. And of course, they have that filibuster rule where they've got to get more than 60 votes, I think, to pass.
Is this what Pam Bondi was caught up in? Because boy, she was going back and forth.
That was all Epstein stuff.
Oh God. Do we really care about who was on Touch Me Island? Here's the thing, and we said this: if you were with somebody against their will, you go down. If you were with anybody 17 or younger, against their will or not, you go down. Well, if you paid for sex and somebody was for it, you go down. That's horrible stuff. But as far as partying with this guy and taking pictures with this guy, I can't judge you on a picture.
No, that's why they want to. Some of the names in these emails have been redacted, and that's what they're pushing her on. Is like, well, why are we redacting everything? We want everything. And why didn't you give it the first round? Why are you parsing it out?
Right. I hosted the national. What do you call it? What do we call it? Oh God, there was a better word than what I'm going to say. Stripper competition is the slang term, but it's the girls from all over the country, most of them from Vegas, and coming out, and it was pole stuff, not nudity, but you're in your costumes. You showed what you could do, and you were judged, and I hosted that thing. I took pictures with all those girls. Guess what? I didn't sleep with any of them.
But you could make it look like you did. You slept with some of them. Come on. Come on.
No. Well, we'll talk later. Maybe one.
Going to the SAFE Act. It's going to the Senate, or going to the Senate to be voted on.
What do you think about it, Rick? I call it a little judgy, and I respect that. What do you think? Do you think that people that are not citizens be allowed to vote?
Well,
it's a tough call because they're under it, but they're usually on programs. So I'm kind of like,
the Constitution does not specifically call for that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
A and B, it is, we don't have one national election. We have 50 local or state elections.
Right.
So when you have the federal government superseding what's going on from a state level, I think that could be a conflict, of course.
Well, there you go.
But it does make sense. I actually am a poll worker. I've worked the last few elections, so I see it in action up close and so forth. And
do you have a box of votes somewhere I need to know about?
I do not.
No, but when you're a poll worker and you see it, I mean, I just thought growing up, I remember my first election, I think it was Ronald Reagan. But you had to have your ID, and you knew you had to have your proof of citizenship, which is a valid Georgia driver's license, or for that state. And I thought that was always the case. I didn't know you could vote any other way.
That's
makes sense.
That's what we grew
That's
up
all
with.
I'm saying.
But let's also remind everybody. Last weekend, our Democratic Senator John Ossoff had an event, and to get into the event, you had to show an ID. Yeah. So
If he's going to do that, then you got to vote the same way.
if
You're asking for a night, was it because there was drinking?
I don't know what the reason is. The point being is, he believes in IDs, and I think most do. I don't know what the.
I don't know. We
Yeah.
could get into that. That's a whole other story. But a lot of people believe the reason 10 million people were let in is because they were on the quick path to vote, and they would vote the way that.
But even that's not happening, though.
Yeah.
When you look at it, when you look at the folks that have voted one way or another, it's actually not what the perception was, which was that they were voting Democratic.
It's not skewed 1-to-1 party.
Yeah, no, it's not. So
no, man,
ultimately,
if I came across, I'd be voting for the right because I'm at least like, okay, man, they're gonna get me done in paperwork. I do think becoming a citizen should be an easier deal. I think it takes too long. I think it's too hard. I don't know that I could pass the test. But there you have it. All right. We have decided to Olay sports. Olympics looking good, though. I can tell you the ice skaters, we had some illusion going on. I can tell you now one Olympic sport I don't want to get involved in. And special thanks to Regal Nissan. Regal Nissan is the sponsor of my little bit sporty, little bit fun segment, and they're located in Roswell, where you're going to be. Roswell is killing it, man. You're on Canton Street at Rockin' Tacos Sunday night.
That's right.
And Regal Nissan 7 days a week is right there at Georgia 400. So whether you drive a Nissan or an Infiniti, our sponsor is Regal Nissan Service. And Skipper is our sports guy. He's going to think I called him gay. I didn't mean that, Skipper. I do know that he went through a divorce, but he's single. He dates. Yeah, Skipper, I apologize for that. That was horrible. But that's what we're doing. We're working without a net. I slip every once in a while. But no, Skipper is the service manager, and he does sports here on the Come On Show twice a week. So my thing is that the little, do you call it a luge? It's the luge, but my kid was, I think Brooks, he's 8, and he was like, Daddy, what kind of sled is that? And I'm like, good question. And he's
The
like,
bobsled?
well, that's what he said. Is it a bobsled? But I said, bobsled is the wooden one that you lay on, and you got to have really thick snow.
bobsled's got the whole enclosure. It's like
Bobsled-
a bullet.
All right.
Yeah, is the one that the movie Cool Runnings with John Candy.
Oh, you're talking about cool. Yeah, the Jamaican bobsled.
Those are bobsleds.
All right, well, this isn't. This is that thing that one guy lays back on, and then there's one where two guys lay back on. I ain't doing the two thing. First off, it's way too much contact with another dude, and I'm not a homophobe. But I'm just saying it's too much contact, and I got to leave it up to you, and we got no bobsled to protect us.
Right.
We're open, and you're driving, and I'm going, oh, please, Lord, let him have a good day. I'm not doing it. I'm just here for the weight. So that's the one event I won't do. But U.S. is moving up in the medal count. I have what I call 13 unattractive male names, and I thought I'd run it by you guys since I have two people in the room.
Okay. These are like bad male names?
According to chicks, according to girls.
Oh, okay.
Girls don't like these names.
Is this official or is this just you?
This is official.
This is a clickbait thing. This is some
No.
clickbait
Oh, really?
list he probably
No,
clicked.
this is from the Board of Names International and National Organization of Nameage.
All right, bring it on. Let's hear it.
Arnold, bad name. Bad guy name. Girls don't like it.
It makes me think of Different Strokes and Gary Coleman.
What about Bob? Bob.
Nothing's wrong with
Nothing wrong,
Bob.
Bob.
Do you think it should be Robert?
Well, you have that option to go formal, sophisticated, or, go plain.
Okay. What about Chad? Has Chad got a bad word
Well,
just from the voting?
it's become a thing lately. Like Karen's become like
Yes.
Chad is the female or the male Karen.
Right.
Oh.
Well, and you didn't want to be a dangling Chad, too, in the
Yeah, hey,
2000s.
oh yes.
See where he went there? That was good. What about Gus? I thought Gus is bad name, girls say. Donald is not going over well.
Well,
Maybe
that's gotta-
Don's better. Keep in mind, let me know when it's one of your names or your middle name. One of y'all could have fake names for all I know. Howard and Mitch.
Mitch is good.
Mitch works.
Howard.
Y'all like Mitch?
Howard's.
Howard,
a
I
little,
think I'm old school. I think Cosell
Look at that.
immediately.
I dig it. What about Frank and Bart?
Frank.
Frank. That's old
that's a
Frank.
good- yeah. That's
Girls
old
don't like
school.
it.
I can do both.
You can do Bart too?
Yeah.
All right. There's only a couple
So
left.
girls don't like Mitch.
No.
That's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, they don't. They're not. They're down on Mitch. Is your middle name Mitch?
No.
Okay, Rick. Because
Actually,
Rick.
Mitchell's my oldest son's middle name.
See, no, that hurts. We got to find out what these girls' problem is. Well, these are I don't know the age of these girls, but
I don't think it comes
tell
up
your
much.
son not to mention his middle name till after he's married. Hank, Fred, and Byron.
All right, now you hit
Yeah.
you struck a chord.
Yeah. Byron's a no.
So my name's really not Rick, it's Frederick. Rick is my nickname to Frederick.
Frederick.
Most people think Rick is Richard, but actually in this case, it's because my name's Frederick.
So you don't like Fred?
Well,
Or Frederick. You like Frederick? Like it when somebody says, I like Frederick.
it's old school. I mean, it's definitely decidedly, and I'm the third, so
Well, you had no choice. You got to carry it.
well, I had to, right?
Yeah, you didn't have. Did you?
Well, and
did you
then-
give a fourth? Did you bring a fourth?
No, I did not. I stopped it.
Oh my
And
god!
the other issue
I
is
stopped it.
there's an E between the D and the R, so there's like Frederick. So I always had to correct all the teachers.
It's not
First of
Frederick.
all, I'm not Frederick. I'm Rick. And second of all, that's not how you spell it.
Well, my father was Lewis James Rickman, and everybody called him Rick, and he went by Rick 100%. Rick Rickman, and I'm like, I don't think anybody would have named you that, but he went by Rick his entire life. And I get called Rick by about 10% of my friends, and my youngest brother, 50% of his friends call him Rick, and his name's Matt, just because of the Rickman.
Right.
So I'm right there with you, Rick.
Yeah.
There you go. In the studio, that's Rick. I love it. I'm a Rick too. What are you? You're just Jeff. Jeff spells it.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm Jeffrey, but I go by Jeff.
Now,
Spelled
do-
it with a G.
So you okay? I was
He's
gonna
English
say,
version.
I got you.
Weird as
The
hell.
G off.
I don't know what his mom. He's a G offer.
The G off.
Do we have a track 13 for today?
Well, actually, I thought I do. And do you know what a track 13 is?
I do
Rick?
not.
I'm going to educate you.
Is
When
it like the 13th floor that you don't have in a building because it's superstitious?
Kind of that. It's something we used to do. It's our playing deep cuts on the radio. Commercial radio doesn't play
It's
a lot
the
of deep
bonus cut.
cuts.
It's the added track.
Yes, this the deep cut, the added track, something that you don't hear on the radio very much, maybe by an obscure artist or a one-hit wonder, or the deep cut from someone that we know and love. So we end the show with a fun track 13 and sometimes talk about it, and then
When we were in radio, we've actually played the song and gave you a nice, like, where it comes from and that kind of stuff. So I have one, but since you're a musician, if you've got a deep cut, if you got
okay.
some,
So
Put
we
me
have Rick
on
pick?
the spot. Now.
Yeah.
We have Rick pick?
I'm thinking about it.
Okay, here's what all you got to do is think about this. Think about any radio station you listen to,
Right.
and you think, wow, I wish they play. Why don't they play this song by AC/DC? Or why don't they play this Led Zeppelin song? Or why don't they, what would you want to play if you were the DJ?
And
And
we
you could
also
play whatever you wanted.
Yeah, and we also talk about the most offended band by radio is Kiss, because Kiss had so many albums, so many songs, but basically terrestrial radio, especially corporate radio, only plays like 3 or 4 Kiss songs.
Right.
And
Well,
they're-
I'm not in the army though.
Oh, no, you don't have to be.
But a band like that you're like,
I'm
wow, they
not
have a
in the-
ton of great songs, but the radio only plays 1 or 2.
Yeah, I'm going to help you.
Right.
Favorite decade of music?
The 70s.
Oh, boy.
Okay,
All right, it's
gosh.
coming up Jeff's alley.
Gotta
Yeah.
be 70s.
All right, so you're
I mean-
thinking 70s, and we're listening to music. Are you like hippie 70s or you rock 70s?
That's too confining.
Is it?
Because the 70s radio that I grew up to, you would have Grand Funk, then you would have Stevie Wonder, then you would have, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It was pop, but it was rock based.
You have
Funk.
Steppenwolf, and then
You had funk in there.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
You had
Did you hear
Earth,
what he
Wind, and
called?
Fire.
Did you hear what he said?
Steppenwolf.
You said Stepping Wolf.
Stepping
He
Wolf.
did say
All right,
that,
Three
didn't he?
Dog Night. I know some of the Green-Eyed Lady, Ocean Lady.
The Sugarloaf.
I know that was the first rock album I ever
That's
got.
right. That's right.
And I got the K-Tel's hits of the 70s, and I brought it in and I played my favorite song, and I got sent to the principal's office because it said "Bad Leroy Brown, baddest man in the whole damn town."
Oh, for the dam? That got you?
Yeah, Miss Croft did not think that was funny.
You know what's funny is the songs that we think were singles were actually album cuts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like Desperado from the Eagles was never a single.
Mm-hmm.
It was never a hit.
dude, do you know I
We
got
think that's like it was a massive hit. It was never a hit.
never a hit? And I got a friend that's coming on our show, and he's going out to Vegas. He's a part of that, going to see the Eagles. It's like their last show or something.
Yeah, the
they're doing.
Sphere.
Yeah. Hanley just was on an interview the other day on CBS on Sunday morning. He said that this
This
is going
is
to be
it?
last year.
Do you have any song by the Eagles you'd want to hear?
God, I love. So it's funny. I
I
actually
know
saw,
you love Frampton.
I saw a poll. Yeah, I do have a Frampton story, but
He does.
there was a poll about Hotel California being the perfect album. But there was an interesting article of the one song on great albums that sucked.
Yeah.
And they picked Try and Love Again, which was Randy Meisner. I love that song.
Okay, well,
That's it.
that's the perfect track 13.
I love that song.
All right.
And
This is one of the Randy Meisner songs.
it's actually the reason why I went to go see the Eagles right before the pandemic hit, when they brought in Vince Gill.
Yes.
And then Deacon Fry and all that. I'm like, do I really want to do that? But then when I heard that they were doing the whole Hotel California album,
You're like,
start to finish,
I'm going.
I'm in.
And who sang lead then? Do you remember who sang lead on that?
On that song?
Yeah.
No, it had to be Timothy Schmidt, I think. Either that or Vince Gill, because Vince can hit that range
Yeah.
as well.
What is it? Try to Love Me Again?
Try and Love Again.
Try and Love Again. All right, that's where we're going to go with track 13 today to wrap up the Come On show. Thank you to Rick Barrick for showing up today. And we got a big event Sunday. Remind them.
Sunday, come see it. It is the Sound of Hope. You'll come in the door. You'll be able to vote. $10 a vote. Vote as much as you want for who you want. And let's raise some money for people recently diagnosed with cancer. I'll be your MC. And these are my notes. Thank you, Rick. I have homework for the weekend.
got
You're
me.
killing me.
Massive homework.
Massive homework, but I'll do my part.
Don't look at your notes on Sunday.
Oh, God. It's just all going to be memorized. I'll be like, don't talk to me. I got it all in my head. But yeah, Rockin' Tacos, the place, Canton Street in Roswell. We'll see you there. We're going to start at 6. I'd get there about 5:15. Get yourself a table, a little cocktail, and be ready to be entertained by 3 great Atlanta bands. And Rick Barrett will be performing second, and he will be on the stage talking. This is going to be a fun night and something we hope to keep doing.
Right on. Yeah, it's going to be an annual event, provided Sunday goes well, which I think it will. Early results for fundraising has been amazing. So if that's any indication, we want to do this annually for sure.
All right. Would you like to introduce your song? And all you got to say is, I think you should be a DJ. You know what they sound like. You worked in sales. I think you go with your DJ name or, hey, this is Crazy Rick or whatever. And you're listening to this song by the Eagles on the Yeah Come On show.
So the Eagles, great album. Actually, the number 3 biggest album of all time, Hotel California. This is, I believe, the middle of the side 2. For those of you who remember what a side meant for music, right? Randy Meisner, Try and Love Again.
Yeah, come on.